Hey guys, it's Bacon. I'm here to do a review for the movie Woman King. So I held back from watching this movie for a very long time because every time I went to go see a movie, this trailer would come on for the Woman King, and I hated the fucking song in there. Like it annoyed me so much that even thinking about this movie, like I just held it back for so long because I was sick and tired of watching the fucking trailer. It has this song in it with this woman with an annoying voice, and I think she tries to sound like Kendrick Lamar or something, and she's fucking horrible. I hated that song. I'll give you a little sample how it sounded. I don't know if I can remember it that well, but it was like, LA, ooh, ah, wet, ooh, ah, wet, LA. Like, that's how that bitch sounded. And she like, this is the wall, this is the ba-da-ba-ba. And then they did the drums, doom, 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 doom. And like that shit was so annoying for me. I was just like, oh my god, someone take this dog and shoot it in the back of a house or something. I was just I fucking hated that song. Not the real person, like not the person that hated the song. You know, bless you and congratulations on your success, but your fucking song's horrible, and it made me not want to watch this movie for a long time. But it was still playing in theaters today, and I went and watched it finally because I took that song off my head, and thank God, in the movie, this song is not in this movie, so I could just not even judge this movie at all because it's not even in there. That song's not even like remotely near to what this movie is like. Neither is the trailer really. Um, you follow this little girl. The fuck is her name? It's hard to pronounce because I guess she's African. Her name is Tuso Bedu. Tuso Mbedu. Like you follow her, and she kind of experiences like you experience it through her lens, the village that she's in, and you know the Dahomey tribe. And in the Dahomey tribe, there is these soldiers called Agoji, and they're these woman soldiers that are just fucking. They kick ass, bro. They're so fucking badass, and like what I love about these women in this movie is that they're not like 300 muscle men with the spray painted abs. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, they're really fucking built. Especially, there's this girl in this movie. Her real name is Lashana Lynch, and she plays a character called Izogi, and she is fucking amazing. I loved her in this movie so much. I absolutely adored her in this movie, and there are other characters in this movie that I had the same affection for. And I'm a lead to just say that this movie was great. I really liked it. It was just a really good time to watch. Like the action scenes were amazing. The characters that you're invested in are successfully like made the way that they should be. Like it's a good war film, but it's also just a good movie, and it's something that you could watch with other people. You know, it can play on the background, like whatever. Like this movie is just all the way in. Like I just found this to be really, really enjoyable, and I especially love movies that I find easily accessible and that I can enjoy with other people without having the thought that maybe this would be too boring or something like that. Nah, this movie's just right smack dab in the middle. It's pretty good. It's actually so good that I really wish that there was more, because this movie runs a little bit over 2 hours long, but like it needed 4 more hours, I think, because there are some characters in this movie that I felt didn't have enough development, Nawi, the girl that plays Nawi, Thuso Mbedu, or Thuso Mbedu, she has these friends, like when she's starting off in the Agoji tribe, like or the Agoji soldiers and their training, she makes these friends, and they're not even really in the movie, you know. But there are moments when they are in an integral part of the movie and they're doing something, but you don't spend enough time with them to like, for at least for me, I didn't really feel emotionally invested in what they were doing, even though what they were doing was really honorable, you know. Or maybe they were still afraid, like, because they capture all these concepts of soldiers, you know. They feel fear, they feel doubt, or they feel complete and utter commitment to what they're doing. They give their lives for shit. Like it goes through all of those things, and to be honest with you, like this movie's not really different from many of the other war movies that I've watched, but at least for me, it kept me invested all the way to the end. Like it was never a suffer, a drag to go through. Sometimes I go through my phone or my watch, and I go like, "What the fuck time is it? When's this movie over?" And it didn't really do that for me. Like it was a smooth 2 hours for me, and it just went by really quickly. But yeah, like I said, what kept it from being really good is that I felt like it could have been a mini series. I really wish it was that. And I hate when I watch movies that I really like and just want more from them, but know that I will never get more, because this is really just a film project. Woman King, it's done. I don't desire a sequel because that's not the point of it. It's that I felt that this particular story could have used a lot more into it. But you don't always get what you want, and you know what, it's not really a crime to make a really good movie that you would want more out of it, you know what I mean, at least me. So I'll just give it that. The actresses are great, performances, everything. John Boyega's in this too, and I fucking love John Boyega's movies, man. I've been following him since Attack the Block, you know. I was really excited for him in Star Wars, but that went to fucking total shit, so that didn't matter. But still, he's out here doing things, you know. He was in a movie called Breaking. I'm not gonna get to that. But yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 5. 3 bacon strips out of 5. It's tasty, you know. I would guess that 3. Like, I could put a 3 as a tasty, like, for real. Like, I guess like a tasty fast food. You know what I mean? Like, it is fast food because like that's how I liked it. I went in, I went out, you know, because it didn't really go in depth into the actual historical context of the Dahomey tribe. I'm not gonna criticize it for that because that's not what I came in to watch it for, but it is based on a actual tribe. You know, like the Dahomey tribe were like a real huge trade slave like spot. You know, they when the Atlantic slave trade was happening, they were like the biggest, you know, traders. They traded in people for, you know, alcohol, tobacco, gunpowder, rifles, you know, you name it, whatever that they needed, like the supplies that they needed, they traded in people, and that's how the economy was back then before industrialization. And, you know, that's how it was. Like, people didn't have the means, the resources to make quick products very quickly. And if you know, if you were against slavery, you were probably more of a handy person yourself and did your work yourself, but you weren't making enough profit because you didn't have the people that you were having work for you. You know, it's like, it's a fucked up thing, but slavery was definitely a thing, and you know, it was just a means of production and cheap services. You know, like it's fucked up. It was a fucked up time, and yes, in West Africa, there were wars, and these tribes would go to war with each other, and you know, the winning tribe would basically take the men, women, and children, and basically, like in this movie, they do go into that subject. They talk about that. They call them captives, and they talk about how they sent the captives to these slave traders and whatnot, and just like, you know, sell them off, you know, to get product. And they touch on that. You know, they don't act like that shit never happened. You know, but it doesn't. You know, it feels like they do kind of like, you know, like just kind of slide right through that, because the story is really about the women, you know, the women soldiers, and you know what they do. Uh, so yeah, like pretty easy, quick going movie. I just really wanted to watch it because I wanted to compare it to Avatar 2 and Black Panther 2. Those two movies are coming out pretty soon, so by the end of the year I could just kind of see and evaluate which one that I like the best, because they have like a similar thing to it, you know, like a tribe defending their territory. And you know, like, I mean, I'm sure the stories are all, obviously the stories are all different, but it's kind of the same concept to me. So I just kind of wanted to do that, and I was gonna get to this movie anyway because I love the actors that are in this movie so much. So yeah, I got it, and like I said, 3 out of 5. Tell me how you thought about the movie. You know what I mean? Like my video, comment on it, let me know anything you want to know, and subscribe. Thank you guys.